IELTS preparation, crime and policing collocations. To achieve a high score on the IELTS exam, it's important to use precise and correct words and ensure they collocate properly with other words in the sentence. This video covers some of the most common collocations related to crime and policing. There's also an exercise for practicing these words in context. Act as a deterrent. Definition: something that makes people hesitate to commit a crime due to the anticipated punishment or consequences. Usage: strict laws can act as a deterrent to potential criminals. Part of speech, verb phrase, context, used in discussions about crime prevention and law enforcement. Be soft on crime. Definition: when the justice system is lenient and does not impose strict punishments or long sentences for crimes. Usage: the new policies are often criticized for being too soft on crime. Part of speech, verb phrase, context, refers to political or legal discussions about leniency in sentencing. Be tough on crime. Definition: to adopt a strict stance towards crime, imposing harsh punishments for offenses. Usage: the government promised to be tough on crime to deter criminals. Part of speech, verb phrase, context, used when discussing policies aimed at making crime less frequent. Behind bars, banged up. Definition: a colloquial term meaning to be imprisoned. Usage: the thief was caught and put behind bars for 5 years. Part of speech, phrase, context, commonly used in informal discussions about being in jail. Convicted of a crime. Definition: to be legally found guilty of committing an offense. Usage: he was convicted of fraud after the trial. Part of speech, verb phrase, context, used in legal contexts to discuss the outcome of a trial. Crime of passion. Definition: a crime that is committed impulsively due to strong emotions or feelings, such as anger or jealousy. Usage: the murder was a crime of passion, driven by jealousy. Part of speech, noun phrase, context, often used in legal and media discussions about the motive behind a crime. The full weight of the law. Definition: the maximum penalty or punishment under the law. Usage: the criminal faced the full weight of the law after his conviction. Part of speech, noun phrase, context, used to indicate the severity of a punishment in legal matters. Get released from jail. Definition: to be set free from jail after serving a sentence or being granted parole. Usage: she was released from jail after serving 3 years of her sentence. Part of speech, verb phrase, context, commonly used when discussing an individual's return to society after imprisonment. Harsh sentences. Definition: punishments that are severe or extreme in response to a crime. Usage: the judge imposed harsh sentences on the offenders to set an example. Part of speech, noun phrase, context, refers to legal discussions about the severity of criminal punishments. Integrated back into society. Definition: the process of a person adjusting and re-entering normal social life after being released from prison. Usage: programs are available to help ex-offenders integrate back into society. Part of speech, verb phrase, context, used in discussions about rehabilitation and reintegration of former prisoners. Lenient sentences. Definition: punishments that are not as harsh or severe as expected or possible under the law. Usage: the judge was criticized for giving lenient sentences to the offenders. Part of speech, noun phrase, context, often discussed in legal settings when talking about softer punishments. Letter of the law. Definition: following the law strictly, with no flexibility or deviation. Usage: The lawyer argued they were following the letter of the law. Part of speech, noun phrase, context. Used in legal discussions about strict interpretations of laws. Non-custodial sentence. Definition: a sentence where the person is not sent to prison, but may face alternative punishments like community service. Usage: the defendant was given a non-custodial sentence for their crime. Part of speech, noun phrase, context. Commonly used in legal discussions about alternatives to imprisonment. Reduce crime rates. Definition: to lower the frequency or occurrence of criminal acts. Usage: programs to reduce crime rates have shown positive results in some areas. Part of speech, verb phrase, context. Often used in discussions about crime prevention strategies. Sentenced to 5 years. Definition: to be given a punishment that involves serving 5 years in prison for committing a crime. Usage: he was sentenced to 5 years for the robbery. Part of speech, verb phrase, context. Used in legal contexts when discussing the length of prison sentences. To deter crime. Definition: to discourage people from committing crimes through the fear of punishment or consequences. Usage: strict laws are believed to deter crime in the community. Part of speech, verb phrase, context. Used in discussions about crime prevention and law enforcement. Turn to crime. Definition: to begin committing criminal acts, usually due to a lack of other options or opportunities. Usage: without proper support, some individuals may turn to crime. Part of speech, verb phrase, context. Often used to explain why people commit crimes in certain situations. Zero tolerance. Definition: a policy of showing no leniency or acceptance for any criminal behavior. Usage: the city has a zero-tolerance policy toward drug offenses. Part of speech, noun phrase, context. Discussed in law enforcement and governmental policies related to crime. Exercise 3. Question 1. Do you think criminals can change? Choose the correct words to complete the IELTS questions. Words: harsh sentences, reintegrate back into society, turn to crime, act as a deterrent, offense, reoffending. Yes, I believe that criminals can change if they are provided support to. After their release, many individuals, initially due to traumatic childhood experiences or poverty, I think that offering assistance to overcome these issues will reduce the likelihood of, once they are out of jail. Moreover, I believe that giving out does not, as most criminals do not anticipate being caught when they commit an. Pause the video and take your time to answer. Answer: yes, I believe that criminals can change if they are provided support to reintegrate back into society after their release. Many individuals turn to crime initially due to traumatic childhood experiences or poverty. I think that offering assistance to overcome these issues will reduce the likelihood of reoffending once they are out of jail. Moreover, I believe that giving out harsh sentences does not act as a deterrent, as most criminals do not anticipate being caught when they commit an offense. Question 2. What is the best way to keep communities safe? Words: zero tolerance, tough on crime, to deter, letter of the law. I believe the most effective way to ensure community safety is for the police and judges to be, and demonstrate, by adhering to the, and issuing the harshest penalties for all crimes, regardless of how minor. I think this is the only way people from committing crimes. Pause the video and take your time to answer. Answer: I believe the most effective way to ensure community safety is for the police and judges to be tough on crime and demonstrate zero tolerance by adhering to the letter of the law and issuing the harshest penalties for all crimes, regardless of how minor. I think this is the only way to deter people from committing crimes. Thank you for watching. Give a thumbs up and subscribe for more English practice exercises.